Hello, welcome to Indira Gandhi Institute of Dental Science. My topic is about oral malodor. The content are introduction, classification, epidemiology, etiopathogenesis, diagnosis of malodor, and treatment of malodor. Introduction. Breath odor can be defined as the subjective perception after smelling someone's breath. It can be pleasant, unpleasant, or even disturbing. If not repulsive, other names breath malodor, halitosis, bad breath, factor exor. Classification. Genuine halitosis. Then again it is classified into physiologic halitosis, pathologic halitosis. The pathologic halitosis is classified into intraoral, extraoral, pseudo-halitosis, halitophobia. Based on the etiology, it is classified into local factor of pathological origin, example, poor oral hygiene, extensive caries, periodontal disease, cyst and tumor of oral and pharyngeal cavity. Local factor of non-pathological origin, example, stagnation of saliva associated with food debris, denture and excessive smoking. Systemic factor of pathologic origin. Example, diabetes mellitus, liver failure, lung abscess, tuberculosis. Systemic factors of non-pathologic origin. Example, diet like garlic, onion, meat and meat product. Excessive alcohol consumption and xerostomia. Epidemiology. Age. The 5 to over 80 years. No gender predominance. In the vast majority, the cause originated from the oral cavity such as gingivitis, periodontitis and tongue coating were the predominant causative factor. Etiopathogenesis. There are two pathways for the bad breath. Increases of certain metabolites in the blood circulation escaping via lungs while breathing. Increases in bacterial load and the amount of substrate for this bacteria at the lining surface. The unpleasant smell of the breath malodor mainly originate from the volatile sulfur compound. They are hydrogen sulfide, methyl mercaptan, dimethyl sulfide. Intraoral causes dentition, deep caries lesion with a food impaction and putrefaction, extracting wound filled with a blood clot and pleural discharge leading to the putrefaction, interdental food impaction in large interdental areas, crowding of teeth favor food entrapment and accumulation of debris, acrylic denture when kept in the mouth at night or regularly cleaned can also produce a typical smell associated with candidiasis. The denture surface facing the gingiva is porous and retentive for bacteria, yeast, debris and all factors that causes a putrefaction. Periodontal infection. Bacteria associated with gingivitis and periodontitis are almost all gram-negative. They are Porphyromonas gingivalis, Prevotella intermediate, Actinomycetocometon, Fusobacterium nucleatum, Peptostreptococcus microbes, Eubacterium species and spirochetes are known to produce volatile sulfur compound. It is that understandable that the volatile sulfur compound levels in the mouth correlate positively with the depth of the periodontal pocket. Other relevant malodors, pathological manifestation of the periodontium are pericoronitis, recurrent oral ulceration, herpetic gingivitis, necrotinizing gingivitis and periodontitis. Dry mouth. Patient with xerostomia often present with a large amount of plaque on the teeth, prosthesis and tongue dorsum. The increased microbial load and the escape volatile sulfur compound as gases when saliva is drying up explain the strong breath malodor. Extraoral causes. Ear, nose, throat. During chronic and purulent tonsillitis, deep crypts of the tonsil accumulate debris and bacteria, especially periopathogens resulting in putrefaction. Gastrointestinal tract. H. pylori produces hydrogen sulfide and a methyl mercaptan which result in the halitosis. Liver. Hepatocellular failure. Metabolism function of the liver fails. Kidney. Kidney insufficiency caused by chronic glomerulonephritis, which lead to increases of the dimethylamine and trimethylamine, which causes a typical fishy odor of the breath. Systemic metabolic disorder. Uncontrolled diabetes mellitus. The accumulation of ketones have a sweet smell like the odor of rotten apples. Dry trimethylaminuria. It is a hereditary metabolic disorder that leads to the typical fishy odor of breath, urine, sweat, and other bodily secretion. Hormonal cause. During menstrual cycle, a typical breath odor develops. Medication. Metronidazole. Arsenic smells of the rotten onions. Eucalyptus containing medication impart melon-like odor. Diagnosis of malodor. Medical history. The clinician should ask about the frequency, time of appearances within the day, what medications are taken, whether the patient has dryness of the mouth or other symptoms. Clinical and laboratory examination. Self-examination. Smelling a metallic or non-odorous plastic spoon after scraping the back of the tongue. Smelling a toothpick after introducing it in a interdental area. Smelling saliva spit in a small cup or a spoon. Licking the wrist and allowing it to dry. Oropharyngeal examination. Inspection of deep caries lesion, interdental food, impaction, wound, bleeding of the gums, periodontal pocket, tongue coating, dry mouth, tonsil and pharynx. Organoleptic rating. Gold standard in the examination of breath malodor. Based on the olfactory organ of the clinician. 0. No odor present. 1. Barely noticeable odor. 2. Slightly but clearly noticeable odor. 3. Moderate odor. 4th. Strong offensive odor. And 5th. Extremely foul odor. Judge smell series of different air samples. Oral cavity odor. Subject open the mouth and refrains from breathing while the judge places his or nose close to the mouth opening. Breath odor. Subject expires through the mouth while the judge smells both the beginning and the end of the expiration. Saliva. Patient lick his or her wrist after drying. Judge gives a score. Tongue coating. Judge smell the tongue scraping. Nasal breath odor. Subject expires through the nose while mouth is closed. Portable volatile sulfide monitor. This electronic device, halimeter, Interscan, Chatsworth, Caliph, analyzes the concentration of hydrogen sulfide and methyl mercaptan but without discriminating them. The examination should preferably be done after at least 4 hours of fasting and after keeping the mouth closed for 3 minutes. The mouth air is aspirated by inserting a drinking straw fixed on the flexible tube of the instrument. The sulfide meter uses a volumetric sensor that generates a signal when exposed to sulfur containing gases, especially hydrogen sulfide. The absence of breath odor 100 ppb or lower. Gas chromatography. This device can analyze the air, saliva or crevicular fluid for any volatile component. About 100 components have been isolated from saliva and tongue coating. Elaborate gas chromatography is only available in specialized center but is especially useful for identifying non-oral cause. It has a capacity to measure the concentration of 3 keys sulfide separately: methyl mercaptan, hydrogen sulfide, peridonitis. If only hydrogen sulfide increases, poor oral hygiene. Dimethyl sulfide, extraoral cause. Dark field or the phase contrast microscopy. Gingivitis and peridonitis are typically associated with a higher incidence of motile organisms and spirochetes. So, shift in these proportions allow monitoring of therapeutic progress. Patient become aware of bacteria being present in plaque, tongue coating and saliva. Saliva incubation test. For clinical practice, 0.5 ml of the unstimulated saliva is collected in glass tube, diameter 1.5 cm, and the tube is flushed with carbon dioxide and sealed. The sealing prevent inflow from outside air, and the glass prevent the smell of the hardware. It is incubated at 37 degrees Celsius in an anaerobic chamber under the atmosphere of 80% of nitrogen, 12% of carbon dioxide and 10% of hydrogen over 3 hours. Electronic nose. Artificial nose that has the same capacity as a human nose would be ideal. Treatment of oral malodor. Mechanical reduction of intraoral nutrients and microorganisms. Chemical reduction of oral microbial load. Rendering non-volatile malodorous gases. Masking the malodor. Mechanical reduction of intraoral nutrients and microorganisms. Tongue cleaning using a tongue scraper reduces the halitosis level with 75% after 1 week. It is the best to clean as far backward as possible. The posterior portion of the tongue has the most coating. Interdental cleaning and toothbrushing are essential mechanical means of dental plaque control. Periodontitis can cause chronic malodor. Professional periodontal therapy is needed. A one-stage full mouth disinfection combining scaling and root planing with application of chlorhexidine reduces the organoleptic malodor level up to 90%. Chewing gum may control bad breath temporarily because it can stimulate salivary flow. The salivary flow itself also have a mechanical cleaning capability. Chemical reduction of oral microbial load. All these agents have only a temporarily reducing effect on the total number of microorganisms in the oral cavity. They are chlorhexidine, essential oil, chlorine dioxide, two-phase oil water rinse, triclosan, amine fluoride or stannous fluoride, hydrogen peroxide, oxidizing lozenges. Masking the malodor. Treatment with rinse, mouth sprays and lozenges containing volatile with a pleasant odor have only short-term effect. A typical example is mint containing lozenges. Another pathway is to increase the solubility of malodorous compound in the saliva but lowering the pH of the saliva. A larger volume allows the retention of larger volumes of soluble volatile sulfur compounds. Conversion of volatile sulfur compounds. Metal ions with affinity for sulfur are efficient in capturing the sulfur containing gases. Example zinc, copper. Thank you.